Hi everyone, it's Don Edwards of Integrated Martial Arts and Fitness. We're located in Livingston, New Jersey. I want to talk to you today a little bit about self-defense. Okay, basically what we do is our program is, while we do competitions, a few people do competitions, most don't, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Filipino martial arts, and kickboxing. Our program is made up again of Filipino martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do aspects include some kickboxing. Filipino martial arts does as well, but the Filipino martial arts focuses a little bit more on weapons and close quarter combat, empty hand. Jeet Kune Do gives us a little bit more of the striking range of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, gives us a lot of the ground techniques that we use to defend, control an opponent, defend against an opponent who's either on top of you, striking you, or what's ever happening, right? The ground, it's one of the premier ground fighting systems for sure. I think widely recognized. We put that program together because primarily we want our students to be able to handle themselves if to avoid a situation, to be sure, okay? But assuming that they can't avoid a situation, which I'll talk about in a minute, and it comes down to the physical aspects. Our students need to be explosive. They need to be able to make split decisions. If there's a weapon involved, they need to have some training in how to deal with that. If they have a weapon at hand, a stick, which is what the Filipino martial arts are well known for, they have to know how to use that, how to use it safely, how to use it legally. If fight goes to the ground, they have to know what to do on the ground, how to reverse a position, how to control somebody from the ground. So it's not just stand-up, it's not just ground fighting, it's not just weapons, right? So we try to give our students a broad spectrum of fighting skills, if you will, okay? And it does take time, it takes dedication, but it's definitely an endeavor that is worthwhile, all right? Especially if you read what goes on. If you read the papers, listen to the news every day, there's always something crazy going on somewhere, someplace, okay? There's some misconceptions about self-defense training. I'll get hurt, I'm out of shape, or like I said, it always happens to somebody else, right? I read it on the news, it's somebody else. Well, unfortunately, that somebody else thought it could happen to somebody else, okay? Too many situations, even in our area, real tragic situations in some very high-end malls in our area, safe neighborhoods. I have a very close friend that was in a very safe neighborhood that was attacked. He knew one person was following him off of a train, wound up being attacked by 4 people. The other 3 just did not see. Luckily, he's one of the best martial artists I know, has trained for years, and it was able to survive the situation and get away. Right? Most people would not have would have fared pretty poorly in a situation like that, with people throwing you on the floor, kicking you, stomping you. I mean, it's just insane what's going on, okay? That's why self-defense training is important. Any training at all, right, is better than no training at all, okay? So whether you come once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, some training at least gives you that mindset, okay? So, and that leads to what is self-defense. It's not only about the punching and the kicking, right? It's about awareness, it's mindset, it's for sure, it's conditioning, right? And it's physical, physical techniques, but also physical, making you stronger, making you sharper, just in terms of your awareness, making you faster. That's something that any good self-defense program will work on. I mean, for sure we work on that. We're also personal training instructors as well. So, the physical side of it, the conditioning side of it is very much part of the program that we do. And it's very much part of self-defense. Not the only thing. You don't have to be in the best physical shape. You just have to be aware. You have to respond immediately. So you have to have that presence of mind to respond immediately with something. A lot of times that will just thwart an attack, okay? So a good self-defense program is going to help you build those instincts, right? How and when to react, how to identify and face dangers. So like where I'm parking my car, what's a dangerous area, where am I going, Should I be going with a group of people? Should I be parking in a well-lit area? Once you start self-defense training, you're in that mindset. It puts you in that mindset, and those are the things that you start to think about. It's not that you're paranoid. You just start to think logically, and you assess your surroundings and go accordingly. Okay. You need to be able to respond immediately, so it's not so much techniques that it's in your head. The techniques, they say you own the technique when your mind forgets it but your body remembers it, so that you react immediately, right? And that's what just constant training will do. Okay, so again, any training is better than no training. Training seriously and training with a mindset is definitely the way that you want to go. In terms of what I said, the misconceptions, I'll get hurt, I'm out of shape, we can almost guarantee you will not get hurt. Okay, we run the program safely. Any good school will run a safe program. You don't need to get punched in the face 100 times to understand what being punched in the face is about or what it will do. Okay, so it's reaction, it's conditioning, it's drilling, and that's what we would help you through. Out of shape, maybe you're not in the best physical shape. It's our job to get you in better shape. Okay, and that's what any program will do. We never say to somebody, well, you're not physically fit yet to participate in this program. We've had people train with us that are in their 70s. I've had women's self-defense programs, women in their 70s coming and training with us. We always modify something if somebody has a physical disability or just something that they can't do. There's always 100 different ways to do it. So that's our job, to make sure that we give you the best training possible. We run a great program, a great trial program. We do 3 classes, $19.99. Okay, if you think that you're interested, and I highly recommend it. Okay, again, any training is better than no training at all. Right? It's safe. We're a great environment, friendly people. A lot of the students have been with me for way more than 10 years. Some have been with me for 20 years. Friendly environment.